Hey guys, it's Going, and today we're going to be covering one of the most important and versatile operators in Rainbow Six Siege, Ace. Ace is a 2-speed 2-armor attack operator that is quite simplistic, but fulfills an incredibly important role for the attackers. Ace has arguably the best gun in the game, a great gadget, and is one of few hard breaches in the game. Let's learn how to play him. Ace is equipped with his moist kaboomy canisters, of which he gets 3. These canisters are throwable objects that will destroy soft and reinforced walls, hatches, and parts of floors. When attached to a wall, these watery explosive devices will explode in bursts of 2. This means when the canister lands, it will deploy an explosive X and roll down. After the first one explodes, another X will be placed, and that one will explode too. This will create a crouchable or vaultable hole, depending on the height you place them at. However, if you learn how big the holes of the explosions become, you can make a hole that you can walk through at standing height by pairing the 2 canisters together. This is my personal favourite way to use the canisters because you can make a thermite-sized hole from range without the risk of getting shot in the back. However, the canisters work slightly differently on floors and hatches. When placed on one of these surfaces, the canisters will only deploy one explosive cross before exploding. And you need 2 of these explosions to make a hatch disappear like your dad did when he went to get some milk. Ace is very much a wall opener, not a hatch opener, because you need to use 2 of 3 canisters for 1 hatch. I personally use 2 canisters to make a sizable hole in the main breach wall, and then the last one to either break a deployable shield or make another hole in a different wall to make extra sight lines to either play off of myself or for my teammates to play off. Ace is a more flexible and versatile thermite and should be treated as such in my opinion. Mr. I don't know how a mask works, primary weapon options are the AK-12 assault rifle and the M1014 shotgun. He only has one secondary weapon, the French P9 handgun. Choose the goddamn AK-12. If you've watched my Castle Thermite video, then you know my feelings toward the M1014. It is dog water. Like literally the worst gun in the game. I'd rather go melee only than use this inaccurate, slow fire rate, pea shooter, useless chunk of metal. To sell you even further on using the AK-12, it is arguably the best gun in the game. It has great damage and fire rate stats, access to a 2x scope, and pretty manageable recoil. Whilst the recoil kick will be difficult to control at times, the more you play with the AK-12, the easier it will become to control, especially if you slap a flash hider and vertical grip on it. The P9 is a solid handgun with decent fire rate, damage, low recoil, and a clear optic. It's a reliable pistol for when you need to use it, which you shouldn't by the way, because the AK-12 has a 30-round magazine, so you really shouldn't be swapping to the P9 unless you want to move faster. For secondary gadgets, Ace gets access to 3 breaching charges or 2 claymores. I personally prefer to use the claymores so they can watch multiple flanks, runouts, or a mixture of both whilst I open a wall. Now that you have 2 of these explosive green boxes, you can fend off flankers even easier than before. And let me tell you, after playing this game for 700 plus hours, getting a claymore kill never ceases to amuse me. As for breaching charges, they do allow you to play vertically as Ace, and they can open up some soft walls, but your primary gadget also does destruction things, so I'd rather take kaboomy boxes over remotely detonated kaboomy mats. During the prep phase, you can try your best to find sight, set up a flank cam, or save your drone. I find saving your drone or finding sight to be the most effective on Ace. Finding sight is good because you get to plan out your pathing and swap your spawn accordingly to the sight and what wall you're going to open. However, saving your drone is even better because you will have 2 info gathering tools to help drone in your entry fraggers and yourself into sight. It's up to you what you want to do, but I like these 2 options over flank cams because you have claymores for that job. To kick off the action phase, put down a claymore on a runout to make sure those hyper-aggressive all-aim no-brain degenerates on the defender's side don't kill you before you can do your job. Next, do your job. Open the main breach as best you can and open another sightline elsewhere. Just don't go off and do your own thing if you have the diffuser. In that case, try your best to assist your entry fraggers by droning them in and calling out the enemy's position to them. If they can't get picks, then put that AK-12 to use and frag out. Get the plant off and put an extra drone on the diffuser for you or your teammate to watch from safety. Swing on the defender that's defusing, and that's GG. Ace has the same counters as Thermite as they do the exact same thing, these being Bandit, Cade, Mute, impact grenades, and bullets. Bandit and Cade both electrify the wall, and they can both trick you very easily. With a slow detonating gadget, Bandit has ample time to react and put one of his batteries on the wall to destroy your Selma. Even if he lets one of your charges go off, he still has time to trick the second burst. Cade, on the other hand, will almost always let one hole be made before destroying your second burst of a moist kaboomy can due to the longer charge up time of his electro claws. To counter these yourself, get a teammate to go Thatcher, Callie or Twitch to destroy the gadgets before they deploy, or just to get rid of them in general. Mute will jam your slippery cylinders until the jammer gets destroyed. This means you will either have to get a teammate to destroy it or disable it with one of their gadgets, or you can pick your charge back up again to use it elsewhere. Other than that, there isn't much you can do about Mute. Impact grenades will only be an issue once one of your charges detonates, or you've put a charge on a common impact tricking spot. The former is more likely though, as a defender can destroy everything else on the wall you're trying to open if they hit an impact on the inside of one of the holes you've made. To prevent this, just kill the defender before they can throw it full head. Finally, bullets. The explosive X's and the cans themselves can both be shot out. Not much you can do about it other than hope the enemy whiffs and kill them before they actually land their shots. Learn the arc of which Ace throws his canisters to perfectly place those double charges every single time. Put that AK-12 to work and frag the hell out. If you've done your job and nothing's happening, go get some kills. Use your claymores to get amusing kills on defenders that simply lack brain cells. Drone your entry fraggers in after opening the main wall to try and put pressure on the enemy by depleting their numbers. Play safe, cover flanks, open the wall, drone your teammates in, and maybe get a kill or two. Ace is a support operator at his core, and you should always keep that in mind. Overall, Ace is a pretty easy operator to play. He's got a straightforward gadget, easy to use secondary gadgets, and a gun with pretty manageable recoil. He fulfills one of the most important roles in the game, so pretty much has to be accessible to all, which he is. Learn how to do the double charge opening, how to manage the AK-12's recoil, some good claymore spots, and you're sure to become a pretty decent Ace player. Thank you all for watching, I do hope you enjoyed. All the clips you saw in this video were taken from my Twitch stream, link will be on screen and in the description. This is going to be the last video I make for quite a while because of the sheer amount of college work I have. Expect the next video to be released in like early January or some time around then. I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.
Oh.